Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Justin.
Hi.
And you are?
Okay.
It's a question that gets asked 0 times again. How do we decide what movies to review? I can answer that. You see,
People give suggestions.
well, not only that, but back in the day, years and years and years ago, I watched this channel called Defunct Land.
Mm.
I think we actually have footage as to how that happened. Do it.
6 years later in 1999, Paramount would retheme the land that Top Gun resided in to Paramount Action Zone, putting guests on the set of an action movie. This came with the addition of a drop tower, themed after the film Drop Zone, and a steel boomerang coaster, themed after the film Face Off. The next year, while not themed after a specific film but more movies in general, a massive sequel to the park's popular Beast coaster opened, named Son of Beast. If you haven't noticed, Paramount did not possess the landmark properties that Disney and Universal did. Instead of Snow White, Paramount had Drop Zone.
Like, whoa, man! Zoinks! Tubular! I, can't believe that, Drop Zone is like a movie, man. Memories. So long ago.
Oh.
Anyway, we're gonna review Drop Zone, starring Wesley Snipes and my generation's actor, the tour de force of actors, the actor's actor of actors.
Not really.
Gary Busey, that's right. So anyway, this is ironically the second plane hijack movie I'm reviewing in just a couple of months.
Well, and plus he did 2 of them.
Yeah, he did Passenger 57, which is a Die Hard ripoff. Now, you might be wondering, wait a minute, don't you tend to review movies starring black actors in February for Black History Month? Yes, I do. Hey, is this an early attempt to cash in on the fact that Wesley Snipes is in a movie in December called Coming to America? Sure.
Okay.
It was either this or Outside Providence, people, and next year. So anyway, Pete Nessep, which is Wesley Snipes, Wesley in this movie, okay, I know you kind of had a rule, but we kind of had to break it. We kind of had to break it because after, let's say, certain incidents have happened in the U.S., they've gone to, Kay has decided to not review movies starring people that work in a business that starts with P and or D.
Okay.
Well, Wesley Snipes' character plays a cop or a detective.
Wasn't he a U.S. Marshal?
Yeah, U.S. Marshal.
His brother and him were transporting a prisoner.
And his brother is...
Dropped?
His brother is from, Malcolm and Eddie. Yeah. I don't know if I can mention the other one.
Okay, then don't. Just go
Rule
on.
the Theo. Bah!
Okay, whatever.
When I saw him in the credits, I was like, Theo! I've never seen that show, but Theo! I know who Theo is.
Okay.
I did have a theory that one of the guys kind of looks like one of the sons from the neighborhood.
But it's not.
It isn't. It kind of does.
It can
It kind of
be.
looks like
he
him.
would be way too old to be that son.
I'm talking about the tall one, not the
Yeah, I know.
the one that. Does he live at home or no?
The older one.
Yeah.
He did, but then he moved out.
Okay. So anyway, there's a hijacking on the plane, just like Air Force One. The CG looks a little better in this movie, for most of the shots. There are still some free.
Well, the punching and that they had the sound right with the.
Yeah, I'm talking about like there was a free falling shot at the end where I was like, yeah, that effect hasn't aged well because it looked blurry.
Yeah.
Blurrier than this video.
Yeah, I would say.
So anyway, the person that gets ejected is Wesley Snipes' character's brother, and he's kind of on revenge or on a mission. Not revenge.
On a mission to find out who it was.
Yeah, and he's kind of the smart one where he's like, they did this on purpose. They made it look like an accident. And they're like, no, it wasn't. They're like, yeah, it was. Along the way, what is that girl's name? Jessie?
Mm-hmm. The skydiving.
Who looks
Misfit
like
or something.
Who looks like Denise Richards? Like,
yeah, she did.
Yeah, a younger Denise Richards. Is that mean to say?
No.
Okay. So, she's kind of like a tomboy character, she's a girl, but she acts like one of the guys, and the reason is because her character was originally written as a male character.
Oh, really? I thought she might have been tough because she was in prison.
That too.
Oh.
And
okay.
she skydives and.
She owns her own company. It's a little rinky-dink thing, but.
With probably the worst. With the most biplane damage I've seen since Planes, Fire, and Rescue.
Ooh.
Do you want to do it closer like this?
No. It's like the plane comes in and then smoking and doo-doot, doo-doot.
Yeah, if you're wondering why this movie is called Drop Zone, that's because apparently Drop Zone is when you jump out of a plane to parachute. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
The area where you land is called Drop Zone.
Right. And this was leading up to the big Drop Zone thing in July 5th in D.C.?
No, July 4th, Washington, D.C. Because they said later, spoiler alert, we're gonna get to it later, that Gary Busey said, like, you'll get... I don't do a good Gary Busey.
Then don't do it. Thomas Jefferson's birthday or something?
You'll get it the day Thomas Jefferson died.
But
July
I thought...
5th.
Yeah. Oh, so they go ahead and rob the place July 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to hand off July 5th. Okay, now I understand.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes is scared, jumping out of the plane, and...
But he was trying to act so cool.
And he falls, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, the floor just kind of... If you've ever watched Ellen DeGeneres'
Game of Games. That's another questionable topic to bring up now.
And then how, at the end, they fall through the floor. Well... Yeah.
Something on the back says, like, it's like Speed. I don't think it's quite as funny as Speed. Now, granted, I do have Speed. And while as I got Speed immediately afterwards, almost immediately after seeing it, I will probably not buy this on DVD or Blu-ray because there's something in it that Gary Busey says that makes me feel very uncomfortable owning it.
Yep.
Please, no one comment on what that is, and if you haven't seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's like, oh, wow, that's a coincidence.
Yep.
So anyway...
We won't go into that further, so...
So anyway, there is a group of, like... Gary Busey is playing the villain. If you couldn't tell.
He used to work for the DEA.
DEA, yeah, and then
so
he got
knows
kicked
where
out,
all the drugs are.
Then he resigned or something. So I guess he's getting revenge, I guess.
Retired or whatever. No, he found a way that he got a skydiving team together, and he found a way that they could get into buildings and not have to go through...
Actually, the magician figured it out. That's the term for the dude who... He's a... Well... He got bitten off more than he could chew. You know what I'm talking about, people, if you've seen it. So anyway,
So they scored, and then twice. Once on the plane, and then once
they hijack some top secret sites, so kind of reminded me of GoldenEye.
Oh. Well, they prison break up, what was it, DC-10 or 747 or something, the plane that they skydived from.
Are you still on the beginning?
Yeah, so then...
Yeah, they hijack the plane. They hijack the plane and then they all fall out.
They didn't really hijack it. They just blew a hole in it and took the prisoner.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, Wesley Snipes is trying to figure out where they are, like how to get them. Along the way, he has to he has to join this team of skydivers
and try and fit in.
Yeah,
he doesn't really fit in.
He couldn't stand out anymore if he was Big Bird.
So the first time he shows up in a red convertible, and then to the drop zone one in DC area, he shows up on a motorcycle. So,
and then, honestly, we should have reviewed this as a Die Hard ripoff, because it kind of is a Die Hard ripoff, especially at the end. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, it kind of just ended.
Well, I'm talking about when they land on the building and then go into the building.
Oh.
Along the way, there's there is a murder, and there's another attempted murder.
A couple of them.
Yeah. Fortunately, one of them lives, or at least I'm hoping they live.
Yeah.
They were breathing and coughing.
Yeah, but not at first.
One of them, not so much. He kind of...
Well, you don't know if he broke his neck or not.
I'm talking about the guy who,
took her...
No, it was shocking the way he died.
Oh, electrifying?
Yes, thank you for revealing the thing that I wanted to tell you in code.
Reveal it.
Oh, well, whatever. Let's go full-blown spoiler, I guess. So, anyway, there's some people in this movie where it's like, oh, I recognize that person. Like, from Home Improvements, they had the K&B boys, and one of them was like Pete Welker or Pete something, or it was like, Pete, that would be me. He's in this movie, sadly playing a bad guy, with the same beard.
He was the truck driver.
Yeah. But yeah,
so after
when you get into the last,
after
15...
they would rob drugs from a place, they would parachute down into the truck as it was moving.
Oh, okay, you're talking about that part. I'm talking about the last, 15 minutes.
Oh.
The last 15 minutes where it's Wesley Snipes and I guess his team as well. Although they are, B team.
Yeah, and
they're in the last few minutes.
Dropping off.
Mm-hmm. And there is a pretty cool fight scene between two of the girls. No offense.
Well, what about the one with Wesley and Gary? They both are
pointing
guns at each other.
Do you want to spoil that?
No.
Good.
Okay. You'll have to watch the gunfight at the top of the K Corral.
But yeah, that was there was one scene that made me go, ooh, and then laugh. Ooh, I think it was between them.
Mm.
Or between the two girls.
Oh.
And there's another way, like, one of the girls dies, and then there's, like, a funny joke afterwards.
Oh, got it. I didn't think that was a joke. Yeah.
Well, I think I kind of laughed at that.
Yeah, you did.
And I never thought I would say this, but fortunately, this movie continues our run of getting rid of the boring movies in favor of good movies.
Yeah.
Who
It had action, so that was good.
Who would have thought that Trumpy and Wesley Snipes would save us from our drought of boringness?
True.
Why did I pick this up? I can't remember.
I don't know. Okay, so should we kind of wrap it up?
Oh, for a hour and 41-minute movie, it feels like there probably should have been another, like, 10 minutes at the very end.
Yeah, just to see what happens.
Because there's not a resolve with some of the characters.
Right.
But it was...
Especially with the bad team.
Yeah. It was... although there was a pretty cool... ending with Gary Busey and the truck driver.
Whoa.
That one was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Anyway, people, that's our review. That's...
If you like skydiving, you might like the movie. Right?
So anyway, people, join us next time where... What should I do?
I don't know what is on the list.
Wait, this is review 149, isn't it?
Ah, so we got 150 next.
So I need to do
Woo!
a celebration.
Wow. Okay.
Critics 100th celebration. Enter. Let's see. Era did episode 1. We're reviewing that next year. Smeghead did what did he do? Oh, it's not loading, dang it. Let's see what
Nostalgia Critic did E.T.
No, Nostalgia Critic did Battlefield Earth. Already seen that. Cinema Stop, let's see what he's done.
Didn't he do E.T.?
He did Caligula for his 100th.
100
Probably
or 150?
100th, so probably not. Let's see. Film Brain. Okay, let's see what Film Brain did. Going Overboard with Adam Sandler. I've already seen that movie.
Okay. So, you know what we might do? Is it from our collection, as I'm looking up at all of our movies? Or is it from your aunt's or the library?
Let me try something. Actors people love. Jim Carrey, can't really do anything. Pierce Brosnan, can't really do anything. Gary Busey, we already did Gary Busey.
What about Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks, his movies are kind of, whatever. Leonardo DiCaprio, maybe Titanic for the 250th or something, or 200th or something. Bill Murray, that's we've already done a Bill Murray. Let's see. Tim Curry.
Maybe not.
Tim Curry.
Oh, no.
Bye.
Bye.